Hi, Dr. Simeon Roger here with a short video that gives you a solid strategy to multiply your performance and your results 5 times over. So be sure you're ready to take a few quick notes. Now, as a student and a guinea pig of human mindset and performance for a great many years, I can honestly say that doing this is not only easier than you think, but the results you're capable of far exceed what you think you're capable of. So let's get right down to it. When I first got into business over 15 years ago, I had no idea what I was doing. Far worse, though, was that there were mental obstacles holding me back, and of course, until I got into business, I had no idea that those mental chains were even there. Then, after a few years of pointless struggle, I got an interesting idea in my head, and I just couldn't get rid of it. That idea just came to me out of the blue. It was a concept for putting together a powerful teleseminar series called the Mindset Bootcamp with world-renowned experts as guests. Now, this was way out of my comfort zone, but the idea was electric and it kept pulling me forward. Now, whatever your goal is, it has to really inspire you the same way the Mindset Bootcamp did for me. I can't emphasize that enough. Your goal, of course, may or may not have anything to do with career, money, or business. It could just as easily be finding a great love relationship or regaining your health. Now, whatever it is, though, step one is to commit. You have to commit to your goal, and unless you're willing to do that, unless the goal is big enough to inspire you, it won't work. And without that commitment, you won't have the staying power to keep going. When I started calling all these world famous people to take part in my series, for example, I was way out of my comfort zone. They didn't know me from Adam. And as a matter of fact, 2 or 3 of them were pretty much treated me like dirt. I could have quit right there and then. However, I had done the one thing you also need to do. I had burned all my bridges. I'd committed to certain deadlines and I simply had to meet them. So I could only go forward, not back. Step 2 is that you absolutely must become totally sold on your own direction, your own value, and the value of whatever you have to offer. Whether that's the value of what you can bring to the life of a future spouse or the value of product you're taking to the market, doesn't matter which. And here's the key, whenever the slightest doubt about that value comes up, you must deal with it immediately. In other words, if that doubt is unfounded, quash it and mentally refuse to even consider it again. If there's something to it, fix the issue immediately, of course. In either case, you must stay sold on your own value no matter what. No one will take you seriously until you take your goal and your value 100% seriously yourself. Step 3 is to decide how much action you'll need to take to get to your goal. How much action? And you'll have to map out all the steps that you need to get to your goal, figure out how much time that will take, and then multiply that by 10. 5 to 10. And then you'll have to generate so much action that setbacks become irrelevant in your eyes. And that's what kept me going in the Mindset Bootcamp. I was so busy lining up speakers that the few who said no or treated me like dirt didn't matter. The truth here is whatever you're doing, it's going to take more effort than you think. But when you undertake the activity, your luck gets better because you're creating your own luck. Step 4 is dealing with one of the great mental saboteurs of our time, that silly desire for a balanced life. Now, personally, I don't know of anyone who's achieved any great measure of success in anything by a balanced life, whether it's holy monks living on rocky crags or famous entrepreneurs or public figures. No one does it by doing what the masses consider to be reasonable and prudent. If you're doing this right, though, it won't seem like work at all. You'll be having too much fun. I was organizing that teleseminar series, and it was a lot of work, a lot of coordination, a lot of project management. Took most of my available time for probably about 5 months. Yet not for one moment did I ever regret it, even in the slightest, because it was a blast. And that series contributed to my life immeasurably in so many ways that I can't even go into here. You see, you're easily capable of doing 5 times as much as you are now and doing that sustainably. It's all a matter of flipping the right switch in your brain. And when you flip that switch, you'll pity whoever or whatever is in your way. Step 5, this is where you kill your second great mental saboteur, that totally mistaken idea that you're held back by factors outside yourself. So whenever you start saying the time isn't right, I don't have the money, my family and friends won't approve, or I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm too busy, I'm too inexperienced, etc., know that you're simply looking for an excuse to give yourself an out. You have to take ownership. It's up to you, and only you can do it. There, and that's the 5-part strategy for getting to your goal. If you implement everything I've just told you, no matter how imperfectly, you cannot fail to make incredible progress. You will achieve any goal you set for yourself. Still, doing it alone can be daunting, and unless you're one of the most exceptional people who has ever walked the earth, you're going to need some help. I sure needed it with the Mindset Bootcamp. In fact, I had 2 coaches at the same time, in addition to 2 other mentors. I literally surrounded myself with world-class advice. And that's why today is your lucky day, because a small number of coaching spots have just opened up in my personal coaching program. Yes, there are very few spots open, and they will go pretty quickly. Now, this is where I not only show you how to achieve your most important goal in the next 90 to 120 days, whatever that goal is, I guide you to success in real time, working with you one-on-one every step of the way. So do you want to get unstuck, achieve a super inspiring and deeply meaningful goal, and become unstoppable in life? Then here's your chance. Just click on the link below and arrange a time for the 2 of us to chat. On that entirely free one-on-one strategy call, I'll build you a roadmap for pursuing your top goal, and then, if and only if we're both convinced this coaching program is for you, we'll get you up and running right away so that just 90 to 120 days from now, you will have that business or that income or that relationship or that health or whatever it is that you're aiming at. These coaching spots, as I said, are going to get snapped up pretty quickly. So if you're serious about taking back control of your time and your life, click the button below to schedule your free strategy session with me personally right now. To fill my available coaching spots, my team will be giving priority to those who reserve their free strategy session dates first. Again, the strategy session is absolutely free, so you have everything to gain. Think of it, a free roadmap for your goal, everything to gain and nothing to lose. So click through right now and grab one of the few remaining strategy session slots. This is Dr. Simeon Roger, and I very much look forward to speaking with you and to helping you make your inspiring goal a reality.